Chasing success at a young age will kill you mentally. And listen, there is a lot of truth to this, because a lot of people, especially young guys, because they're still, coming to the world and they want to make something out of themselves, they want to be successful, there's going to be a lot of obstacles mentally, physically, and a lot of the times, it's going to drain you a lot. It's going to be really demanding, right? And again, listen, success is very subjective. For some people, success can mean something else, or some other people can something mean different, right? At the end of the day, it's your choice to define what's success to you, right? But I'm pretty sure most of us, we set quite a high standard, no matter what industry, what field we are at. It's usually a high standard, and in order to be one of the best in whatever industry and field you want to choose, it's going to take time, right? Let's just say someone who has been playing basketball for 12 years and someone who just started. Obviously, the person who's been playing for 12 years is going to be most likely better because of the amount of repetitions and, training they've done, right? And yes, I get talent plays a role, right? But I'm saying for most of the case, the person who's been doing it for longer is going to be better, right? And a lot of young guys, they want to be successful really quick. And again, obviously it's doable, right? But whenever you want to master a certain trait or a skill, it takes time, it takes effort. And a lot of guys just give up. They lose their relentlessness, because they want that success very, very quick without going through any trials and tribulations. And the moment they face something, it just mentally kills them, And I've seen this a lot, no matter what type of things you want to tell me, right? It can be athletes, it can be students, it can be artists, right? They may do something, a decent work early on, but then they give up because they recognize, it's a lot of work, and they just, they collapse under pressure. And I can only speak from my experience, but for example, with the fitness stuff, right? Obviously, it's a lifelong journey, but I've gone through a lot of ups and downs to have a physique that I have right now. And it's quite difficult because a lot of times you're going to mess up your diet, you're going to mess up your training, and then you're going to you're going to hate yourself, you're going to be what is going on? It just mentally destroys you, man. When you have that guilt inside you, and guilt is one of the lowest frequency emotions out there, you feel destroyed. And honestly, you're gonna feel those emotions a lot during your downtimes, no matter any field you're pursuing, right? Because there's gonna be obstacles, and a lot of times you're not used to handling the downtimes, and whenever we face them, a lot of people collapse, and I've collapsed at times too, but you have to kind of get up, right? And the thing is that a lot of people, they kind of have to understand that dwelling in that state is not going to help them. Dwelling about the obstacles, dwelling about the downtimes, it's not going to help you, right? You have to look for the solution. You got to understand that no matter what you're going through, there is a solution for that, right? And recently I've been studying a lot about the power of the mind. And honestly, it's genuinely so powerful, because I feel no matter which direction you point your mind towards everything is going to be attracted to you, right? And whenever you're emotionally and with your thoughts also aligned with a certain goal that you have in your mind, it can be a negative thing that you unconsciously do. It can be a positive thing, or that you intentionally decided to, go for that goal, right? Situations start to, align towards that goal and kind of get attracted to you, right? The law of attraction, right? And it's because you start focusing on that, you start concentrating on that. Whenever you concentrate, just energy starts flowing towards that, right? And you just start attracting those situations and events towards you, right? So whenever you're going through those downtimes, especially when you're trying to, be successful, instead of focusing on the bad situations, instead of focusing on the dark times, focus on the bright side. Focus on the possible solutions that you have right now in front of you. Because there's always a solution. There's always hope for something that you want to do. There's always a way to get out of a certain situation. You just have to look for it. That's the real situation, right? And a lot of people, when they face those difficult times to be successful, they just forget that there's another option. They forget there's another solution. Yeah, right? And that's what I'm trying to get at you. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's hard for many of us to, whenever we want to achieve success for us. But you have to have that mindset of, listen, no matter what I go through, I'm gonna find a solution. I'm that guy, I'm gonna find a solution. And another thing I'm gonna say is that you have to develop, it kind of connects to the previous point, but you have to develop the mindset of relentlessness. Like, listen, like you gotta freaking push hard, right? And like, there's gonna be times that you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna go all out. My input is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna put like crazy input, right? I'll give you an example from me, right? Like I wanna blow up my Instagram account, right? And I was posting 2 times a week. No, not 2 times a week. I was posting 2 times a day reels, and I realized I've been growing, but it's not like that fast, right? And back in the days, I used to have a football, soccer account. I used to post 4 or 5 times a day, and I grew like crazy amounts. I grew like insane amounts, right? But the truth is that like right now, posting two reels a day, it wasn't really getting me where I wanted, right? Of course, I understand quality, quantity, all these things. I get it, right? But I was like, let me see what I did, because my friend, like, he was like, just think what you did to grow that account that much, because I grew my other account to 100,000, more than 100,000 people, right? I'm like, let me see what I did. I was like, I was posting 4 or 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times a day, right? And again, it wasn't like top quality content, but I was posting 4 or 5 times a day, and I was just getting myself in front of people. The sheer volume just got me attention, right? For the brand. And I was like, you know what? I've been slacking. Like, I've been posting 2 times a day. I get it, like, it's like doable for some people. I'm like, I just feel like it's not enough. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start posting 4 reels a day, right? And so far I posted 2. I'm gonna hit the gym right now. Like, I'm gonna post another one. But the truth is that there's gonna be way more work. You have to be relentless. You have to go for what you want. And if you want success, like, listen, it's gonna take a lot. And there was this quote I saw from this video that it was saying, to be the boss, you gotta pay the price. And like that resonated with me a lot. I'm like, that makes sense, because there's like a price to pay for everything you want, right? If you want an ice cream, there's a certain price you want to pay. If you want a Lambo, there's a certain price you got to pay. Whether it's your attention, whether it's your freaking time, energy, with your money, like the things that you work for, the skills that you know, like all these things like matter, right? So my thing is that like you got to be relentless. Like you got to go for, like you just cannot stop. Like I know it's like very cliche, but I just see a lot of people are not relentless enough with their goals. And I was one of that people. I wanted to blow up my Instagram account, but I wasn't posting enough. I was posting 2 times. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bump it up to 4. Because I know I can do more, I'm gonna do more. And the last thing I'm gonna tell you is that no matter which situation you're going through, understand that there's always a solution for your problem. There's always a solution for your problem. And no matter what situation you're going through, always look at the bright side and see, okay, what's the best move right now I can make, and what's the best solution I can have right now. No matter, even if things seem a bit hard, just know there is a best solution right now and go for it, right? So that's what I'm going to leave you at right now, because I'm about to head to the gym, and I just want to leave like a quick message. So I hope you enjoy this. And listen, I know wanting to become successful is very, very difficult for some people. It's going to be a lot of obstacles and ups and downs. But listen, I know you got this. I know we got this. You are watching this video for a reason, So go for what you want. Put in your work. Really like internalize that you are already there. Feel that success and go for it, man, Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.